Well, good mornings. Did I just say good mornings? I sure did. Grand rising to my partners in the Sabian Alkaline Hall. This is Tyresha. And I know I made a post yesterday that said that I would do a live at 10 a.m. And I did a live at 10 a.m. And the live that I did in 10 a.m. was in our Fasters event. I'm sure that Miss Shan has posted several times about going to the event on the top of your screen, and make sure that you sign up for the fast in the event. Now, I spoke with someone this morning that actually didn't see it, and she sent me the screenshot to show that she didn't even see anything in the event at all. So there could be a glitch. So I say that to say, if you are participating in the fast, okay, and you are at the top of your screen, if you're on your phone, you should be able to scroll up after this live. You scroll up and you're going to see about, you'll see photos, and you'll see events. And when you click on events, you should see upcoming revolutionary fast. And then when you click on that, it's like it's a whole nother little event group inside of the group. Hi, Shafi. And with that group that's inside of the group, that is where the fasters will be meeting for 2018. So there is going to be a little shift when it comes to this fast. What the Most High has led me to do this morning, or gave me a message. I was up at 4 a.m. in my morning meeting with the Most High, meditation and things like that, writing my Bible and so on and so forth. You figured it out? Okay, good. All right. And I was in my meditation this morning, and Most High say, and let me back that up. I was kind of wondering, like, why Shan created this event? And she said, people sign up for the event. And then it looked like she may have been feeling the type of way about people not signing up for the event. I'm like, do they really have to sign up in the event to be able to, fast? No, they can fast, and we could just share it on the hall. And the Most High said, no. The Spirit told me this morning, no. The event is created because there are a group of people that is truly participating in the fast, and the messages that is coming forth for the people that are in the fast is very specific to them. And not everyone is ready to receive the same message. So there will be a separation in regards to the people that are in the fast. These people that have made a commitment to be disciplined with themselves, to be able to follow direction, to be able to be aligned on one accord. Because if you are a creator and you do create a business of your own, there are some directions that you have to follow. Okay? There's some order that you have to follow in order to be a successful business owner. So if you cannot or have the ability to follow order or follow simple instruction, it's not that nobody is judging you or anything, but that means you're not ready for the bigger task. Sometimes small things are set upon you to see if you can simply follow those instructions, because there's nobody bigger than anybody. We all have to follow some instructions from somewhere. And here in the Sabian Alkaline Hall, of me personally, I follow the instructions of the Most High inside. The Spirit says move, Spirit says say, I move and say. It's not up to me if you receive it, if you believe it, if you got it, buy it. I did my part and I delivered the message. And that's the purpose of the group. So that goes right into me. And I'm a little bit serious this morning because I already did my live with the fasters. They have had their message this morning and it was super powerful. So I'm telling you right now, if you're fasting, you need to receive the messages, there are specific messages for you. There will be specific business ideas for you. There will be specific instructions that you need to follow in order to get to your business ideas for you. And it is not going to be displayed on the hall. We're not going to fill the hall with fasting talk throughout this fast, because the message and the directions are very specific in this revolutionary fast. It is a revolutionary fast. What is revolutionary? I had to write down the definition so that way we could be clear of what it is that we're doing. So let's define revolutionary. Well, revolutionary means great change in affairs. Okay? Revolution sometimes even mean to overthrow an established political system. So let's talk about this established political system. Not all established. We have all witnessed greed, slavery, people not doing the right thing to other people, people keeping, people down, and people using other people for certain circumstances, and people not being truthful in their intentions to the world. There's so much being unveiled in the world today. Do we ever really sit down and think like, why is all these things happening like back to back? Let's even talk about all the people that's been accused of the sexual advances at women. I mean, maybe it was before, but I think it started with the Bill Cosby. And now here in 2017, you got all kind of people that's just coming out with these, chaotic stories, and things are just being revealed. The internet is so wide of information. Huh? Okay. Well, I'm already starting. I'm not gonna be long. That's my auntie. She don't want to. She ain't looking too hot, so she don't want to come in the screen. She tell me, I'm finna go in there and cook me something. I'll be making some noise. You want to move? But I'm not gonna be long. Okay. But anyway, things are being unveiled. Okay. Things are being so exposed that it's hard for people that's not right and doing people wrong and been using people all this life and giving people misinformation. It's hard for you to even get by with the foolishness these days because the information age is just spreading like crazy. So I say all that to say things are being unveiled because there's an order of correction going on. There's an order of correction that's going on in the universe where things are going to change with you or without you. Now, what will happen, because, evil entities got to come in and got to fight. They're going to come in and it's so easy to deter you from the path in which you're going. See, every last one of you have a passion and a power that you have no idea how to use it, what it is, and you didn't even know it exists in your existence, but it's there. But if you don't know how to follow instruction, and you don't know how to be on one accord and do what it is that the Most High is telling you to do, then you'll never know that power. You'll never know what to do with it. You'll never even see or feel that life on the other side of the rainbow that you've been thinking that has been far away from your existence because my life is so messed up and I can't do this and I can't do that and everything just goes wrong for me. You won't be able to see it if you can't follow simple instructions. So sometimes the Most High give you the most simple thing, as in only post the things that's on the nutritional guide. And what we gonna do? Because we want to post something else, we're gonna say, forget them. Why we gotta do this? And why they got it? 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 Simple instructions. Simple instructions. In order to be prepared for a revolution, there's small things that you got to be able to do so you know what to do with the bigger things. So now that also leads me to talk about the purpose of the group, because I find myself having to reiterate this quite often, and I don't mind. When I started this Sabian journey back in April of 2016, I did it to challenge not only myself, but I just wanted to see what Dr. Sabian was really real. Let me see if this is real, because I done tried the diet, I done tried the ACG, I done tried this, I done tried that, I done tried that, ain't nothing ain't never worked, and ain't nothing never really stick. So I said, let me try it and see if it works. I identified how real it was. And I identified it worked. It just changed everything about me. It changed the way I look. It changed the way I think. It changed the way I talk. It changed the way I stay. It just changed everything about me. So therefore, when I speak, I can only speak to, I can only teach to, I can only guide to what it is that worked and worked well for me. I cannot teach to or speak to things that I didn't do. My foundation is so set to the African biomineral balance because that's the only thing that worked for me. And I have found that that's the only thing that works for hundreds of people. So the purpose of the group in here, what was most challenging for me when I did start is that little small one piece of paper of foods that I can eat. Like, you can't even eat nothing. Like, how can I even create something out of this? Like, it's a little bit small. And then when I start going to Ty's Conscious Kitchen And I start looking at Carl Foster, and I start looking at all these people creating all these different meals with these. And then we started a hall, and the people were just creating all this. It's like, wow, look at this. So it's not even that hard. We have 200 to 500 people that come into this hall on a daily basis that's in the same predicament that I was in April of 2016. Looking at this one piece of paper like, what in the hell? Why I can't have my broccoli? And why I can't have my carrots? And what you mean? That ain't even... And then the first thing, because we feel that it's so difficult and it's impossible to do, the first thing we do is create an excuse. Man, this is not, man. We ain't even got to go that far. It ain't even really that serious. I did it. And how could you say what's that serious or not go that far or not go that far if you don't try it? You can't speak to nothing that you ain't never tried. So the foundation is set in the hall, people. Partners. I didn't mean to say that. That was a little rude. The foundation is set in the hall and it ain't gonna never change. It's been this way since day one. We post the things that's on the nutritional guide to show people all the different ways that you can create something from that small list. Now, when someone posting something that may not be on the guide, we are going to let you know. Say, for example, our wonderful Miss Brandon, and this is kind of strike this conversation this morning. I'm so happy that she made the post expressing her concern for our partner brother that posted the lasagna with the broccoli, and I also agree with her. However, we also have to be open for correction. It is the Sabian, S-E-B-I, accolade. We don't go through the page and put people in here. We go through a request, and we honor your request to be a part of what we have. So when we do that, we then assume that you are here to learn what it is that we do because there's a benefit to it. So if something is posted that's not in line with what we do, we are going to correct it. We are going to say something to you. And also you have to think about it like this. When people don't say nothing to you or don't correct you, they don't care about you. You're going to be mad as I don't know what if you put on them pair of pants and it's a big old hole in your pair of pants and you go out with your girlfriends and you and your girlfriends walking around and they see the hole in your pants and your girlfriend don't tell you that that hole is in your pants. You're going to be mad at your girlfriend because she should have told you that that hole was in your pants. We're going to let you know. And we're going to let you know because we love you. People don't say nothing to you means that they don't care nothing about you. People that just, don't have any interest in your well-being is going to ignore who you are. We ain't doing that in here. We paying attention. It is 5 people that is trying to ensure that we think in the minds of everybody. This is why we have those short little regulations or rules or however you want to call it, guidances. We have these things to keep structure. Only if you guys know what we deal with. There's some people be coming here be trying to throw those hood ranks so hard. We are not by any means necessary going to allow anyone knowingly to come in here and deter you in a path that's not aligned with what we know that works. We are not in any way going to allow anyone to come in here and give you information that could set you off on the wrong path. You're not going to do it. And then when some people get mad, and let me tell you what happens too, because we're about to get ready for the fast. I told you the adversary. I told y'all the adversary is coming. So in the last couple of days, and I ain't making no blames and no faults to no one individually, in the last couple of days, we focusing on the fast. We building on the fast. We got things going for the fast. And you have some people that your thoughts are being reverted to a post. check what happens now. And you probably ain't never think about it. Your concern has been reverted to so what somebody said or a post that was made or even the commenting being turned off. And now this is what you are focused on. And because you don't like the response or you don't like the order, then you just say, I'm out, and you just come out of the hall. How many blessings and orders you just missed for the rest of your life? And you just allowed the adversary to put this small little piece to deter you from something bigger in your life that's prepared for you because of a post. There's order here, guys. Yes, this is a hall. Yes, it's a Facebook group. But to myself and most partners that's been here from day one, and to the admins and the moderators in this ain't just no Facebook group. Everything we do, everything that we plan is for the benefit of the people. This is why even the business page is set up. We are not promoting any businesses that's not going to offer some type of benefit to its members, because it's here to benefit you. Everything has to have an order. Let's talk about the cult. You think we're a cult? Well, guess what? Me and you living in a cult. The political system is a cult. What's a cult? Let's define cult. Let's see here. A cult is a worship, care, labor, cultivation, culture, reverence, cultivated, a devotion to a person or a thing. Cult, an organized group of people, religious or not, with whom you disagree. That part tells me when a person says, oh, this is a cult, there's automatically a negative connotation because they disagree with the cult. But if you really think about it, you're living in a cult. You're paying taxes, that's a cult. That's an organization that's taking your money. A lot of times, without your consent. It's a cult. If you're living in America, you're in a cult. It's a political system. There's a cult. It's a group of people, an organized group of people, religious or not. But when you position the word in a negative connotation, oh, I want to be a part of the cult. This ain't no spiritual cult where we living people in no spiritual way and no voodoo and worship and seances and calling on. We ain't doing none of that. We're trying to set order to break curses, break generational curses that we've been suffering with. And we are taking heed to what Dr. Sebi has taught us to say. Let's create love for ourselves so we can create love for our sisters and brothers. And a lot of times when we're not cleansed enough, it's just easy for the adversary to seep into our mindset and set our focus on something that has nothing to do with the bigger picture of our future, of where we're going. Stay the course. Especially with this fast. This fast so big and so powerful for the people that is that's for the people that's in discipline order, people that's aligned and ready to make those changes, ready to set that path to say, I'm going to challenge myself to the most I have ever challenged myself before. I'm going to make this happen. There's because there's something on the other side that's waiting for you, and you haven't been cleansed enough to see it and feel it and do the work to make it happen. So we know the revolutionary is not for everybody, but the ones that it's for, we will be committed to build ourselves so we can build our people. This is about you being aligned to break every generational curse in your family. Is cancer, is diabetes running through your family? No, not anymore. It stops with you. You got enough power to say, I will make sure that there's nobody else that I love will have to deal with this. You got an answer for it. So don't be so easy for the adversary to seep into your mindset and stay focused on something so simple. Now, I do want to address why the commenting is turned off sometime. 1, we ask people to list the things that's on the nutritional guide, post the things, and we want to see the ingredients. You ain't got to give us the instructions, because we do need to do some work and do our own, leg work to see how we can put it together. But at least list the things so the people can see that, yeah, you see all this stuff that you can do with the stuff that's on that small list. That's why we ask you to do it. And if you don't want to do it, we're going to cut off the comment, because if you don't want to, like, I don't want to say abide, but if you don't want to, adhere or respect what we ask, then why do you feel that we got to adhere and respect what you ask? I mean, it's like we got to work together. It's like a partnership thing here. We have to be able to work together. Now it's the one thing if you posted something, you ask them a question, what about this and what about that? And we're going to respond and we're going to give you an answer. Also, we do not tolerate negativity in this group whatsoever. So if we see a post where there's a negative energy that's about to incite an argument going back and forth, we're going to cut off the comment, because it's going to be nipped in the bud right away. We flow love. We don't flow negativity. We're not going to add into it. And we're not going to go back and forth with you. So sometimes if you get to doing the cussing and you want to get to calling out and you want to get a little greedy or you want to get this, and sometimes you just blocked and we ain't even going to say nothing to you because we don't have the time, the energy, nor space to deal with the negativity. We have to stay in a space in alignment with love. Another reason. Y'all believe this or not, y'all don't even know what be going on in the back end. Sometimes some people be posting they did this and they did this, and it ain't nothing what you thought it was. Some people be posting some things, be talking about they done lost all this weight through the mythology, but they done had some surgeries. And when we find it out, we're not going to allow these fictitious things to play the mind of our people, because this is serious. So if something ain't right and we see it, we're not going to allow our people to experience it, because you didn't experience enough with the falsehood of living in this world. And we ain't doing it in the home. We're not. We're going to give you truth. We're going to give you love. We're going to give you clear advice. We are not medical doctors. We do not give medical advice, and to the point we got to tell you don't take it. We cannot tell you not to take your medication, and we cannot give you a clear answer if we don't know the cause. Okay? We are not medical professionals in here. What we do is we give you some advice based on what we have been taught through the African Biomineral Balance, and what we've been taught to the African Biomineral Balance is something that's very simple. It ain't nothing that can be, well, I ain't gonna say nothing that can be taught in the school, but it was nothing that Dr. Sebi learned in the school. Is common sense. Everything God create comes with the seed. In the Bible, in the front, it says the herbs are for the healing of the nation. If you miss it in the front, it's in the middle. Herbs are for the healing of the nation. And if you miss it in the middle, he reminds you in the end that the herbs is for the healing of the nation. But it's just unfortunate in a lot of our people and our cultivation of our people, we have been trained to believe and think that drugs is here to heal us. You know how many people have been taking drugs for so long and still ain't healed? Nothing. But here we go, we change our diet, we change our food, and now you're clear, you're running, you're doing all kind of things that you never did before. And we can say it because we lived it. We can understand what the people that didn't live it, they're not going to know it. And when they come in the hall and they know it, we're going to tell you, we're going to teach it. You might not like it because it's going to challenge you to do something that you felt like you didn't want to do. A lot of people don't want to give up their donuts. They will die for their donuts. And they're going to die for their sausage. And they're going to die because that's what they eat. That's what they love. And their doctor told them. And guess what? That's their life, not yours. You can't place no judgment on them people. But if you request to come into a space where we feel and we know for a fact that we've changed our life and our life circumstances and we have a result for it, and you come to me and you ask me, we're going to tell you. We're going to tell you. So if you get to the point where you can't receive the truth, and you can't receive the order, and you can't receive the request of just being aligned, maybe it's not the place for you. Maybe it's just not your time yet. We want you to post. We want you to share. But there's going to be some order. If you go to church on Sunday, you go to church. You can't get up in the church and just go walk in the altar and move the pastors to the side and then direct how you going to deliver the service. When you go in your job, you cannot go in the CEO office and say, you go take phone calls today and I'm going to sit in your office. There's an order you have to follow. Yes, this is a Facebook group to you, but to us, it's a movement. It's a call to correct our own culture. It's a call for us to be the creators of our tomorrow. It's a call to say we ain't waiting on Beyonce and Jay-Z. We're going to become who it is that we want to see. It's a call for you to be able to create the answers that you want to see in the world. You've been complaining about what you don't have. That's because you ain't created it. And even when you get to the point where you're creating something and you're building your business and you establishing something, you still going to have to follow some directions, some orders. You still got to go out and get your license, whatever, for your business. You got to follow some kind of direction and order. So why do you feel that we can't follow it in here? If we just allowed everybody to do what they want to do or how they want to do, people be cussed out. We'll be arguing in here every day. People be frustrated. People be telling you how dumb you is and how silly you is. You need to go here. You need to go there. Would you imagine if there was no order in this hall with over 28,000 people, if there was no direction? We ain't having it in here. So if you are the type of person that you just absolutely do not know how to deal with direction and you feel like you've grown and nobody can tell you what to do, then how are you living without no order? And this ain't no judgmental little live this morning. I ain't finna be long. And I ain't judging nobody. But I want y'all to know the purpose of the group is to follow what Dr. Sebi has taught us, period. That's what I did. I'm the creator of this group, along with Tay Batson and along with Tracy Patterson. We came up with this idea with this group, along with Alexis, which her and I has no type of communication anymore. And let me just make that clear. I never made that statement. We have no type of communication. There's nothing that's like of with Alexis and I for some personal reasons. Okay? But we started this group because it was a Sabian mythology that we follow. Now, what I do find is when people disagree with the mythology, then you create ways of why you don't disagree. I don't think this necessary. Oh, it ain't that serious. And oh, this. And I want to eat this. So maybe I'm going to create this. And I ain't acting like, oh, they're a cult. All because you couldn't stay committed to the foundation that you set for yourself. And you feel like it's not for you. And that ain't wrong either. You grown and you have your own life to live. There is nobody out here that can judge you for who and what you are. I suffer my own consequences, and so do you. So I did a whole nother live on the fast. So this post right here, this live is not about the fast. If you want to know more information about the fast, if you need to be motivated about the fast, if you need some information about the fast, you want to know how the fast work, what the fast is, then you need to go to the top of your screen, click on events, and get in the fast. Get aligned. Because everybody in the hall is not ready for the fast. The hall will function and flow just the way it has been. But anything pertaining to this fast is so specific and so powerful. There's only a few people that the message is for. And we don't want you to get the message in advance, because then you sometimes, if you're not ready, you take the message and you all left field. Just like if somebody gave you $1 million years ago, you would have blew the money. But when you align yourself properly and somebody give you $1 million, then you know what to do with it. So sometimes I can't give you a message that you're not ready to receive, because you take the message and you miss it and it go all the way over your head. So I'm happy that Shan created the event. So that way specific messages can be delivered to the people that are participating in this fast. This fast is about discipline. This fast is about challenging yourself the way that you never challenge yourself before. This fast is the Most High asking you, are you really ready to commit to yourself, so that way you can be the creator of what I have in store for tomorrow? Because the universe is going to switch and it's going to shift with or without you. You remember the story about the ark? The story about the ark? Noah went out, tried to get these people to listen and say, listen, you need to come over here in this other land, because this land over here about to be destroyed. And a whole lot of people ain't listen. Now, some of y'all right here, you missed that whole message. Let me tell you why you missed the whole message. You missed the whole message because you just said in your mind, oh Lord, now I'm in church and she talking about Noah. And oh my God, I don't even know why they're listening to the Bible right now. Yeah, that's the rebellious. The Most High preached to me about the rebellious souls this morning. Told me that I was going to stand in the midst of the rebellious. And you totally missed the message. It ain't about just a story in the Bible. It's about the concept of it. We here trying to deliver a message to you to get your life in order. It worked. It worked for me. We lived it. We lived it. I am not who I was 5 years ago. Anybody in my family would tell you that. Like, who in the hell is this girl right here? I ain't even know it for my own self. Where there's change, there can be creation. You cannot create your world if you're not willing to change your circumstances. You're not investing no time and our energy on what's not going well. We put in more time and more energy on how we can build what we need. The shift is a change and creation of our own culture. Last year, the fast was about a cultural shift, and we have shifted. This year fast is about creation. There's going to be business ideas. There's going to be business opportunity. We're flooding you with the information that you need to create something in your own community. It's about me, not about me. It's about people that is willing to set yourself aside and allow the Most High to use you as He see fit. And when you allow yourself to set your aside so the Most High can use you as He see fit, He will send people and resources to you in droves. Like you wake up in the morning like, wow. Why? Because I did it. I revealed it to y'all a few weeks ago. I didn't even know it. So because it happened to me, tells me it's in line for the most of you. It could really be in line for all 28,000 of you if you really just do the work. Open up. What you scared for? You're scared, you're fearful, you're nervous, and you allowing the adversary to use those emotions to keep you in bondage so you can't see the other side. This is about creation. It's about the revolution of creating a new way of life. So what? They didn't give us the money. So what? They didn't give us the houses. So what? They didn't give us the freedom. We can create it ourselves. And then you can create it for the people that's behind you. You hear me talking, but the Most High done told you what it is that He wants you to do. He done told you, and He done already told you your voice, that voice inside of your head, your pineal gland, inside of your hand, your light, your messages that speak to you in your mind, and already told you what you're here to do. What is holding you back from doing it? You are. And you use other people and other circumstances to prevent you from moving to do it because you're so focused on a comment or a post. You can't even focus on the big picture of where you're going and staying committed and staying on the course. Staying on the course. Stay the course. Move. Try. At least try. Because when you try, you can say, I tried that and that didn't work. And that's fact. That's not an opinion. That's fact. You tried and it didn't work. But I can almost guarantee you from myself and everybody that has moved behind me, the people that have tried the African Biomineral Balance, it has worked. The people that tried the African Biomineral Balance and it didn't work, they didn't stay committed. And it was hard for them to stay committed. So then they created something else that will fit their own agenda because it ain't easy. And it ain't easy when you become a business owner. If you can't manage the 5 people in your household, how you going to manage a whole business with 1,000+ customers? Small steps it takes. Build yourself up to where you need to be. I had to do it. And I ain't no saint, and I ain't all perfect either. But I stayed the course, and I learned what I need to learn, and I make changes when I need to make the change. And this fast is even my own way to say I'm going to challenge myself like I have never challenged myself before. Certain things I've been doing for years and years and years, and I'm telling myself no more. No more. I got to do it. And I have to be in line. The Most High already told me, if you're going to do what I ask you to do and receive what it is that I have in store for you, you got to be able to do what I got to do. What I tell you to do. In your meditation, in your prayer, you listen. You hear that voice in your head that you've been ignoring. And then when that voice in your head don't agree with what you want to do, you want to take over and you go left field. And then eventually when you go to left field, everything comes to an end. And before you know it, you done lost it all. Build you up to tear you down. But the Most High say, when you just do what I ask you to do, and you align yourself to allow me to use you as the vessel, all your resources will come to you. Everything that you thought that you couldn't have becomes easy and flows to you. You really do feel your cup runneth over. So, don't allow the words to trick your mind. Certain words I don't like. That's not it. Why they like that? This ain't that serious. This ain't as serious to us. This is a Sabian alkaline home. We follow Sabi's mythology. You're not deterring from that. You're not changing from that. If you want to consider it to be a cult, so be it. You in a cult. If you live in America, you're a part of a cult. If you're working and paying taxes, you paying for your cult. You got a membership fee. I do too. So don't be tricked with simple words. Don't be tricked with simple words. No? And it's not an attack on my lovely queen that made the statement. She don't even know how powerful her message was. Because her powerful insight, the understanding, because somebody else felt that way. She loved being here. And we love having her here. And I'm so happy that she was open to voice it, because it gave me the ability to open up the conversation to be able to explain to everybody else that may feel that way. But don't allow those small things to take you off course for the bigger picture of where you're going. In all things there must be order. We leading up to almost 30,000 people here. And in the next 2 years or so, I can easily see us going to 100,000 people. Y'all just the beginning. Y'all the leaders. Y'all the ones that's got to guide the rest of the people that's coming our way. Why? Because we know it works. And there's some people in here that don't post nothing no day, but they watching and they see you, and they always get to a point and they say, you know what? I'm so happy for this group. I'm so happy I'm here. Y'all changed my life. We can't just give one person what they want. We have to think in the minds of everybody. What we will do is love. And what we will do is respect one another. And what we will do is eliminate any negativity by any means necessary, whether you like it or not. Some people just live in that. That's just who they are. That's just their culture. They have to have some kind of argument going on to function. It ain't happening in here. This ain't your space. Dr. Sebi would say, we got to learn to love ourselves in order for us to love one another and to love our brothers and sisters. So in the hall, it's about loving first. It's about love atmosphere first. It's about positivity. And we're going to continue to block it off and comment it off if it ain't going in a positive realm. Yeah, you ain't like what your mama and daddy told you not to do and to do back in the day. So we understand that everybody ain't going to like what we ask y'all to do and not do as we go along. Because it has to be some type of order. And that's what we're going to do. And we're not deterring us from our foundation. Our foundation, I'm going to say it again, our foundation is the African biomineral balance. If you don't believe in it, if you think it don't work, you're in the wrong group. You clicked the wrong group. You requested the wrong group. And if you come in here with malicious actions to attack folks, you're going to expose yourself and you're going to be out. I suggest you just sit to the sideline and just keep your little comments to yourself, or go into another group and talk about us. Because if you say it in here and you expose it, you out. Because we're not going to tolerate negativity. We got too much work to do in love and building. We're not going to tolerate it. We're not. We are really in line to help people effectively and efficiently change their life up in Him. Changing your life up in Him. Not play. Not make-believe. Your false stories and falsehoods is not going to last in the Sabian Hall. Because for some reason, when you mention something and ain't no truth to it, it always exposes itself and it's gone. So if you wonder why some folk gone, we didn't discover something that we didn't want you to see and we didn't want you to encounter, just like a mother would do for her child. We're going to nip it in the bud real quick, so that way our people don't have to experience it. And we have been prepared for this. We got enough strength to face the adversary in the face and say, ha ha, you thought you was coming and you're not. We got this. Move on. Go to the next group. Because it ain't happening. We building it here. We want to invest in our people. We want to build a community. Everything I shop for, I shop it from a Sabian first. Because eventually we'll get to the point where everything that you need in your household, you can log into and find a Sabian that has to offer it. That's why we got to sprout up these businesses all over the place. But in order for you to sprout up a business, if you can't follow simple instructions, you can't be disciplined, and you can't follow your necessary guidance, how are you going to establish a business? You cannot get in the beach water without walking through the sand. So, we getting closer to the fast. I'm reading notes. We getting closer to the fast. Some people are really concerned with issues and concerns that has nothing to do with the fast. Want to know why? I told you the adversary was coming. They putting these small issues into your mindset to take you totally away from where your life is heading. Don't allow it to happen. Don't allow that to happen. Because things are so big and so bright for you. And I'm only saying it because I can't believe it. I can't believe mine is so bright. Like, God has happened. I wake up every day in shock. I wake up every day in shock. As bad as I didn't want to be here, I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to be dead in the midst of the rebellious. And I'm strong enough to stand them in their face and say, I know what this can do for you. It's up to you to find out. And there's some people in here that really want to find out what the African environmental balance can do for them. Not everything else that led them to where they are. We ain't spending too much time on the things that led them here. Depression, upset, being mad, being judgmental, declining yourself. We ain't focusing on that on here. No negativity flows in the home. None. We're going to nip it in the bud. And we're going to continue to turn off the comments. Sometimes when your mama tell you to go clean up that room and you tired and you don't want to go clean up that room, that don't mean you're not going to go clean up the room. You're going to go clean up that room and you're going to be mad, but you're going to clean up that room. And then if you still don't clean the room, you're going to go on the punishment. So we're going to turn off the comments. No, we ain't going to say nothing. And sometimes we don't need a response. This is what we said and this is what we're going to do. And we're going to keep it going. Why? Because we love you. People don't do things like this to you if they don't care about you. They ignore you. They pass you by. They don't care. They ain't going to give you no type of correction because they don't care about you. And we care about you. And we're going to correct you. And we're going to guide you. Ain't nobody out to get you. Ain't nobody out here to make judgmental to you. We out here to help you grow. Because you are a part of the bigger picture, and that's the whole community. If you're ready, we're ready. If you're not, we're not dealing with you until you're really ready. Again, people request to come in here. We're not going all over the place and just dumping people in the hall. You request to come in the Sabian Alkaline Hall. So we're going to keep it Sabian and we're going to keep it simple. Another thing, I'm so sorry. The game, Who Wants to Be a Sabian? I was studying for that test and I totally got off track. So we did not have our Sabian of the week that received a $10 credit with Carol with the sour sap. I haven't heard from Carol with the sour sap, so I'm going to talk to Stephanie about that, and I will tally up and do the winner for it. And then what we'll do is next week, Tuesday, we'll restart the game. Who Wants to Be a Sabian? I do need someone that will help me manage that game if you have time. If you have time to help me manage that game, that'd be great. Just inbox me and say, I'll help you with managing the game. February, we also have the Sabian dating game coming back for February. That's going to be fun. We got a whole lot of more singles in here. I hope y'all ain't shy. It will require you to do a live video, so listen out for that. And we also have testing that we'll speak about that will be coming up between February and March as well. So we got a lot of things that's coming up to help push and move our community. I also need a water poster. I need somebody to help us post some water updates. I too have been challenged with the consumption of water for the last few months here, and those reminders are so beneficial. So if anyone that wants to step up to place, just periodically throughout the day, post a little something about the water, that will also be very, very beneficial. It's teamwork. Can't be 1, 2, 3, 4 people, with all the people that we got and that's coming in. And the people that's coming in the future, they're coming into something that's well organized. They're coming into something that's well structured, respectful, and really have an effective, efficient way to help you change your life through social media. Big up to Mark Zuckerberg for creating this platform for us to be able to do it. And that's just the way the world is turning at this moment. Listen, the world is correcting itself, whether you're going to be a part of it or you're not. It's a whole lot of people going to be left behind, sitting in the same valley where the flood happened, and Noah had to build the ark and save people. So not everybody going on the ark on the other side. We know that. Don't miss the message, because I'm mentioning a Bible story. Don't miss the message. Okay? Doing the fast, both. Doing the fast and just in general. Just a water post. So whoever can do it, maybe we can have someone that'll post about the water in the hall, and then we can have someone else that'll post information about the fast. Again, we are not posting fasting information in the hall during the fast. If you want information about the fast, you need to be in the event. Follow instructions, simple instructions, because it is something big coming from this revolutionary fast. And I'm not even really expecting no 1,000 people. It's just going to be a few, because those are the few that's ready to follow instruction, that's ready to do the work, that's ready to align their discipline and challenge themselves like they've never been challenged before. And not everybody at that level. So fasting situations will be posted in that event. Alright, so that's all I have. Any questions? Just wanted to make sure I, do a little conversation about that, and reiterate what the group is for and what we are about. We are not affiliated with Dr. Sebi, Dr. Sebi Family, LA Office, Fig Tree. We're not affiliated with any of them. This is a Sabian, Sebian, Alkaline Hall that was officially, physically created by myself, and it was inspired with Tracy Patterson, Tay Batson, and myself, along with Alexis Neversoul, that's no longer with us. So that's what we're about. That's what we're doing. If you don't like it, there's always a space for everybody. We ain't expecting everybody to be on the same page. We want you to be here. We want you to grow with us, because it's the order of the universe. But it is going to be order. And we are going to respect everybody. That's why we have the separate Queen's Quest. We created a Queen's group in the past. That went left field. It wasn't aligned with the African Biomineral Balance. So we created another Queen's Quest where we have personal conversations about our body parts, about women diseases and concerns are posted there. We have conversations that's private, so that way we're not disrespectful to our kings, especially our kings that are married, that don't need to be logging into their Facebook and see whole, some booties, okay, and some pom-poms all on the screen, and this is more of a family environment in the hall. So we created the Queen's Quest. So Queens, make sure you go to the top of the page, make sure you go into the Queen's group that's specifically to help you with questions relating to the African Biomineral Balance. Everything is related to that and how you can begin to heal yourself, and personal questions about the PCOS, about attitudes, about depression, about your body parts, fibroids, thyroids, herpes, or whatever the case may be that may be private. You'll be shocked at other women that may be experiencing the same thing, but that is not a conversation that we want to have on the hall. Same thing with the kings. Ladies, if you see some kings that's posting some private information all on the hall all the time, it'd be disrespectful for you. So that's why we have the Kings group, where they're doing their things and it's working beautifully. So thankful for Rambo and Rahman, who's leading that on, and they are having a wonderful time in there. I don't go in there. I just, post every now and then, but I don't really go in there because that's their space, and I have to be respectful of that. So for private conversations, me and you have any questions about privates, about something that the ladies don't need to hear, you have the King space for your questions. Ladies, if you have questions that the men don't need to hear, out of respect for all people, you post your questions in the Queen's Quest, that's led by Stacey Elmore and Sharnella Bailey, that is the admins in the Queen's Quest group. That's why we have those two groups. But we are staying committed and aligned to the African biomineral balance. No ifs, ups, ands necessary. That's what I did. That's what I teach to. It ain't changing. It ain't changed since day one, and it ain't going to change today. What is going to change is how we going to grow, and all these businesses that's coming out of the hall this year, and how we are really going to put our best foot forward to reach out into our communities and create the answer that we need to see. Forget all the celebrities and the politicians that you thought that was coming into your neighborhood. You and your neighborhood. You live in your neighborhood, not them. So if you want to do something about it, if you're complaining about it, then that means you need to do something about it. In order for you to do something about it, you got to cleanse yourself to build yourself. And when you cleanse yourself to build yourself, it requires order. It requires direction. It requires you to be disciplined enough to make the change that you need to see. Have a good day.